Hello everyone. So today what we are going to be talking about is basically what's it like to be young and have yourself a Ford Fiesta ST, and what's it like to be young and have like a nice sports car, sports hot hatch at this age. So I'm going to start off by just pulling out here, and we're just going to go along and talk about it as we drive. So the main things we're going to talk about here is price of how much it is to insure, and how much it is to running costs, how much it is to keep it on the road, like tyres, brakes, etc., and how practical it is and what you can do to the car. So I apologise for the very bouncy fucking recording again. I need to stop swearing. I apologise. But yeah, basically, so the first thing we'll talk about is buying the cars themselves, prices of the cars. Now the Ford Fiesta ST itself, Mark 7 or Mark 7.5, whatever you want to call it, they have gone down in price. You can probably pick one up now for about 8 grand. That's got about 20 to 40,000 miles on the clock, which, to be honest, at this rate, at this age, if you are working full-time job and you fancy going finance, like I have gone finance, I'm not afraid to admit it, but if you do fancy going finance and you can afford it every month, then go ahead, get yourself a car like this, because they're very they're amazing cars, and at this age, it's really nice to drive around in. And at the end of the day, the good thing about finance is that you can always get out of it. It's not something you're going to be stuck in for the rest of your life, because I've been there and done that with a few finance cars and stuff like that. Next thing is probably we're going to talk about is insurance. So insurance isn't really a bad thing. Now if you've got 3 years no claims like myself, and you've been driving for a long time, etc., etc., then you've been my insurance quote was about 850 quid, I think, 850, 900 quid, something like that. So it's nothing really bad. It depends on where you live and stuff, and where you keep the car. Like me living in Cornwall, it's not really that bad. I can get away with a lot of things, my car has a really less chance of getting nicked and stuff down here, so that's one thing. So insurance isn't bad. So if you're worried about insurance, then don't. I mean, around 21, 22, 23 is a good age to buy these sort of cars, etc., stuff like that. Next thing we're going to go on to about is probably the practicality of the car itself. So if you're using it as a daily like I am, it's absolutely fine. The miles per gallon of the car is bang on. You're getting a fun little hot hatch within that's making 50 to a gallon, 55 to a gallon on a good journey. So you cannot really complain. I mean, you can stick a tenner of fuel in these days, and you probably get about just over 100 miles, depending on how you drive, obviously. But practicality wise, they're really good cars. And I've had all my family in the car before. I've had loads of my mates in the car before. You can still go around and take loads of people within your car. So durability and practicality wise, it's an amazing little car. You get they're little go-karts, obviously they're go-karts, and you can take everyone around with you in the car as well. So like I said, I'd highly rate this. I mean, compared to Vauxhall VXRs and other cars like that, really, I haven't driven a VXR or anything like that. I've driven the older shape, but I've not driven the new VXR shape. But I'm not going to go into anything like that, but it's up to you really, what you want to buy. This is based on a Fiesta ST, so from my words, I'd say it's an amazing car, practicality and durability wise. So moving on then to buying parts and how much tyres and things cost like that. Now obviously I've changed the alloys in my car, and considering I work in a garage that specialises with tyres, I think it's a really good subject to talk about. Start off with tyres, to be fair. Actually, tyres for this car, you could probably pick up a high-end set of Mitchie's with the standard 17 alloys, 17-inch alloys on, probably for about £400-ish, 400 to £500 for Mitchie's, which, to be fair, isn't too bad going, considering that's top-end tyres and stuff like that. So, but I went for Toyos on my wheels at the minute. I think they cost me 200 quid for the set of 4, which is even better. I mean, they're not amazing. They're a mid-range tyre, but they are they're really good for the car. I personally like the design, and I personally like the tread pattern, and they stick out. They've got a really nice profile to them, stuff like that. Moving on to brakes and that. Now brakes are not really that expensive. You're thinking for it's a really sporty hot hatch, it's going to be really expensive, but they're not. Brakes and little parts for the car and stuff like that. Servicing the car, you could probably service the car for about 50 to 60 quid yourself. It's nothing major. Brakes, again, you could get a set of rear pads and discs probably for about 50 quid, and then front's obviously going to be a bit more because they're bigger, so you're probably looking to about between 50 to 100 pound for discs. That's on standard. If you want to go Brembos and stuff like that, obviously it's going to cost more, but this is just going on basic average costs of what you'd like to spend, really. Apart from that, if you want to, actually, yeah, instead of that's just basic service stuff, you know, looking after your car and things like that. It's not costly at all, so I wouldn't worry about it. If you can afford to finance the car every month, you obviously can afford to, you know, like sort out the car if anything goes wrong. Obviously, if you drive it like a bit of an idiot, things are going to happen, like your gearbox is going to go, your clutch is going to fuck up, and stuff, etc, etc. But yeah, that's just normal service costs, etc. Next thing is going on to about modifying a car. So obviously, every young lad, you know, they want to go out and modify a car. They want to make it something different. They want to make it their own. To be honest, like I said, if you've got the money to go out and finance the car and do all this stuff, and you know you want to do things to it, then go ahead and crack on. Performance mods wise, it's about the same as anything really these days. You can pick up a full exhaust system that's decent for about between probably 500 to 800 pounds. That's like a full system though, including like sports cat or a D-cat and the full like catback system itself. Air intakes, you know, they're going to set you back about 200 300 pounds for a good induction system. That's like normal prices. Intercoolers, it depends on, you know, stage 1, 2 or 3. Obviously stage 1, stage 2 is probably about 300 to 400 quid, and then you're going up to about 500 600 if you want to go further than that. And then, like I said, if you want to get yourself a map, a decent map's about 300 quid now these days. So it's up to you if you want to spend that sort of money, really. Like, at the end of the day, Ford have made themselves a really good car. Like within my age group, there's a lot of people like within my age group are driving these sort of cars. I know, I'm not saying that because I'm being biased or anything like that, but I know it's true. There's a lot of people I speak to that are like same age as me, maybe a year older, a couple of years younger. I mean, they're still driving around in a Fiesta ST. They're just a very, you know, well-known for hot hatch now. They're just, I think, compared to the Vauxhalls itself and the Clios and stuff like that, I think the Fiesta ST is highly rated above them all, really. But yeah, for me, myself, I'm happily paying the car off every month. I'm happily having enough fuel. I'm happily being able to spend stuff on the car to modify it and stuff like that. At the end of the day, like I said, I mean, we all get into trouble at times where we have financial problems, where, you know, you might have a bad month where you've had to pay out for something, like, you know, have something really bad happen to the car, but then you just need to balance it out. So, I mean, if you're young and you're looking at like my age and wanting to buy yourself a Fiesta ST or even any other hot hatch, then go ahead. Like, honestly, there's nothing stopping you. You may as well do it now these days. There's great deals on for finance. You can get 0% finance in places, and you can get like really low, like 2-3% APR like finances everywhere else. You just got to shop. The main thing is to go ahead and shop, you know. But at the end of the day, it's up to you guys. If you want to go out and buy a Fiesta ST and stupid finance rates, and go for it. But yeah, like I said, it's up to you. This is my video on, you know, what it's like owning a Fiesta ST. The car, my car so far, touch wood, there's nothing wood in there, but touch wood, has not let me down once. Obviously I've got brakes and that and stuff I've got to do soon, because my brakes are a bit, it's got more lip on it than I have on the discs. And then but yeah, I think one thing you need to really watch out for is apparently, you know, like the rear brake sometimes seize up, but it's just maintaining a vehicle. You've got to keep on top of any vehicle you have anyway. I mean, I know I get a lot of cars coming at work that I hate French cars, because they're always coming at work because there's always something wrong with them. But like, at the end of the day, if you want a car, if there's a car you really want, go ahead and get it. You know, you might as well go get it now while you can, because you know in like 10-20 years time all the cars are going to be electric, and you'll be driving around, or you can probably be even driven around by a car itself. So yeah guys, I hope you've really enjoyed this video. My car is currently now on 36,000 miles. I bought it on about 28,000 miles, so that's just to prove to you that I bought this car, that was about 10, it was like 10 grand. But yeah, I mean, I will be doing another video probably in the future after owning it for about, after when I've done owning the car for about a year or something around a year. But yeah, go ahead guys, get yourself a Fiesta ST. I mean, you're not going to be out of pocket, trust me. If you just keep your finances all alright, you'll be fine. So yeah, thanks for watching this video guys. I hope it's helped you out if you are interested in buying a car like this in the future. Like I said, definitely go ahead and buy one. You know, they're bring a bundle of joy to your life. They've even got a little sport button on them to make you feel a bit, you know, more sporty. But yeah, they're awesome cars. My whole family's been, you know, Ford related. My dad's got the Focus RS and Nitrous Blue. Mum's into a Mini, she's got a little Cooper S, but that thing's a little pocket rocket as well. So yeah, even go for a Cooper S if you fancy it. If there's any girls watching, I know it's many girls that fancy go for the Coopers, but I'm not being sexist. Some lads do go for the Coopers as well. I did fancy the Cooper at one time, but I went with the ST instead. But yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed this video. I hope it's been beneficial to you lot. Hopefully a few of you guys will now go out and get yourself a hot hatch. You know, just general running costs are fine, like I said. But yeah, like I said, do your research and you'll be fine. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Go check out my social media if you haven't already. It's all in the description down below. And yeah, comment down below, guys, as well, if you want to see anything new in the future. But yeah, for now, hope you all have an awesome new year. Probably won't be a video out now until New Year. But yeah, have an awesome new year. Hope you all have an awesome Christmas as well. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye for now.